Hey, thanks for watching 4Color Commentary. I'm Mark Allen, and this is my Black Friday haul video. Okay, so last Friday was Black Friday, and I have about a short box full of comics here, so let's get right to it. And first, just a couple of $5 books. I did grab X-Men, Uncanny X-Men number 155, first appearance of the Brood, and then a reprint of Amazing Fantasy number 15 I've been wanting for a long time. Marvel Tales number 137, that was a $5 book also at Wizards Asylum in Tulsa. And so those are the $5 books. The rest here are dollar books and 50-cent books, and I'll let you know what's what. These first are dollar books, and these go in the Elseworlds and What If department for $1. Batman: Brotherhood of the Bat, one of the bookshelf format books. Great Batman story. Batman: Castle of the Bat. Have never read this one before, but I figured with the Bohampton art, can't go wrong. Jack Harris writing, so I don't know anything about that one, but for $1, great stuff. What If Wolverine was an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.? What If Phoenix had not died? All of these high grade, by the way. What If Peter Parker had to destroy Spider-Man? And Hulk: The End. Had that story a long time ago. Wanted that again. That's just a great story. That goes into the kind of the what if column. I'm not sure that's established canon, but anyway, there you go. So okay, and along the same lines, well, along the lines of some of these comics, just kind of are nostalgic for me. Well, let's just pull all of these out here and go through them. All right, some Marvel team-ups. Marvel team-up, Spider-Man number 58, Spider-Man and Ghost Rider. All right, Marvel team-up number 62, Spider-Man and Ms. Marvel. That is a Claremont, and I know John Byrne art. I believe Chris Claremont doing the writing there, but Claremont Byrne team, great stuff. Spider-Man and the Guardians of the Galaxy, Marvel team-up number 86. That was another one that I used to have, and wanted that one again. It's a great Bob McLeod cover, and I don't remember if he did the interiors or not, but these are all just nostalgia books. I'll open them up again, and with the first panel, it'll just be, wow, I remember this. Marvel Tales number 100, the reprinting of the Marvel of Spider-Man's initial meeting with Power Man. What's cool about this one is a couple of really great backup story, or a backup story with one of the, now I've forgotten his name, one of the Cowboys, one of Marvel's Cowboys, and I can't remember which. Oh, Two Gun Kid and Hawkeye. Now it's actually Mike Nasser doing the art, but very Neil Adams-ish, which I've always thought Nasser's art was. But great backup story there, and also a backup feature dealing with Spider-Man's The Secrets of Spider-Man. You know, I'm sure it was reprinted from somewhere else, but sure reprinted. I mean, even before Spider-Man number 100, I'm sure this appeared in. In fact, I know it did because it's Steve Ditko art. So anyway, there's that. Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man Super Special featuring Scarlet Spider, and this one actually is heating up right now simply because because of Venom Island. It's a flip book. It's got Symbiote Island, the Island of the Symbiotes on the back, I believe. Right there, yes, Island of the Symbiotes. That's the one that is heating up more than the other side. But anyway, kind of a neat book for $1. I thought that'd be a fun read. Pretty sure I read that whenever I was back in the 90s, buying a lot of the stuff. But I like the McFarlane Spider-Man number 1 homage there. But so anyway, more dollar books. Story I've been wanting to go back and get for a while now. Found for $1 a piece. Punisher War Journal number 6 and 7. The first meeting of Wolverine and the Punisher. It's just a great story. Takes place in the rainforest. Takes place in a rainforest, and has to do with both characters trying to catch poachers. Now, going along with the Punisher number 100. This is actually a cover I'd never seen before, and I love gimmick covers. And this one is just the beautiful foil cover for $1. I couldn't pass it up. So there you go. And then here's another one I'd been chasing down. First appearance of Connor Hawk. I believe that's the right name. The Green Arrow 2, I suppose, if is what you'd call him. I don't know if I got the name right, but if I don't have the name right, someone will tell me. But anyway, so that is Green Arrow number 0. I'll show it to you here in a moment. There you go. Green Arrow number 0. That was a $1 book, and glad to have that. As I'm going back and grabbing Guardians of the Galaxy, first appearance of the Ghost Rider of the Future, but Guardians of the Galaxy number 13 and 14 featuring the Ghost Rider. So great books. Now these next two, or these next three, great Bronze Age Marvel books for $1, and it gets better. But I got two copies of Doctor Strange number 22, Frank Brunner cover with Rudy Nebrez interiors. Rudy Nebrez being a Filipino artist who did most of his work in the 70s and 80s for DC and Marvel, was a member of the Tony DeZuniga studio and all that kind of stuff. So he was a member of that, I believe, when he immigrated to America. But anyway, just 2 copies of that book. Great stuff right there. And then Avengers number 194, great George Perez issue, and with the Vision destroying some very expensive equipment there on the cover. All right, so $1 books there. And that is the end of the $5 and $1 books. From this point on, 50 centers. And I went to a place I'd never been to before in Tulsa called Smoky Mountain Comics. And we're just going to start with a handful here and go through Astonishing Tales number 34, Deathlock the Demolisher. Some of these will need a press, but for 50 cents, I'm not gonna complain. So Astonishing Tales number 34, Astonishing Tales number 35. Again, for 50 cents, man, great stuff. And then I pick these up whenever I can when they're in high grade. This one, the spine's a little off, but Marvel Classics Comics Kidnapped. Okay, and so I pick those up whenever I can. X-Men number 215. X-Men number 194. Right. Wolverine Bloodlust. Great Alan Davis, Paul Neary gig there. I remember this one from the 90s vaguely, but I can't wait to read the story again. And so just a great, neat cover there and great story. 2 copies of Incredible Hulk number 11. This is another one that I remember reading as a kid and really enjoying, or really reading as a young reader anyway. 1982. I was 8th grade. Okay, so yeah, but that one of those just great condition. Those for 50 cents a piece. More Bronze Age Hulk number 217. Look at the gloss on that 50-cent comic. Invincible Iron Man number 113. Invincible Iron Man number 115. I have a couple of copies of that, but that's a great book. I love the Animan in that story. Avengers number 187, another John Byrne gig there. Wendigo Mountain, and Scarlet Witch doing all kinds of funky stuff and going out of her mind. I mean, you can't beat it. Captain America. Let's get these. Here, let's see. Had these in order. Captain America number 218. Great Sal Buscema cover. Number 220. Great Gil Kane cover. Love that. I don't know who's doing the inks, but maybe Gil Kane inks. Someone do the research on that. Captain America number 222. Captain America and the Falcon number 222. All right. Number 223. And number 224. And then after that, second appearance of Cable for 50 cents. New Mutants number 88. All right, New Mutants number 88. So, okay, so we're still going here. You know, you just can't beat 50-cent comics. I mean, at least it's hard to. Let me see, just put these down All right. More Marvel team-ups. Marvel team-up number 69. More John Byrne, Havoc, and Spider-Man. I picked this one up because it's a Marvel team-up I actually never read. It is an Assistant Editor's Month book from 1983. If you remember reading comics back then, you remember, beware, it's Assistant Editor's Month on the covers of all the Marvel comics. This is Marvel team-up number 137, Aunt May and Franklin Richards. And it looks as if they're going up against Galactus there. So, can't wait to read that one. Here's one that I actually have multiple copies of, but it's a beautiful, I just love the cover, and it's I can't even remember, okay, the Schizoid Man, okay, but it was a one-off, a villain that's never been used again before, or since then, I don't believe. But Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man number 39 from 1979, and just a beautiful cover. Always loved that cover, and I love his outfit. I mean, I know it's weird, the mask all the way up to the hair and all that kind of stuff, the costume all the way up to the hair, but I've always loved that cover. Ed Hannigan did that cover, I believe. And then Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man number 37. You got Swarm going in there. Some of these are in dingy old bags, so you can't tell but how good they are, but they're all pretty much high grade. Adventure Comics number 467, Starman and Plastic Man. Okay, now here begins a run of not a straight run, but a really good run where got a good head start. If I wanted to go back and just get all the, all of the Justice or the new Teen Titans, the George Perez Teen Titans again, Marv Wolfman, George Perez. But found these at the sale, and this number 4 is not in the best of shape, but it does tell a great story. New Teen Titans number 4, number 22, and coming up is the first story of the Teen Titans I ever read and remember fondly. Number 23. You got Starfire's sister Blackfire, and number 24. Number 25, and then we go on. 26, all 50 centers. 27, 28. Oh, got mixed up here. Okay, 13, 17, 18, 19. 20. Okay, they're not all going to be in order, but 29. And another 29. Number 30. Guess I was just missing a lot of the 20s. Didn't have any of the 20s. 31. 32. 33. Another 33. I always like that cover, just the perspective. You only see the Titans in the reflection of the water. That murder mystery there. Who killed Trident? Okay, so 33. Issue 35. Great run of high grade New Teen Titans for 50 cents a piece. 36. 37. And actually 2 copies of 37. 39. It's one of those I Quit covers I like so much. I made a video years ago of just I Quit covers. I need to put that up on YouTube again. I have that somewhere. Number 41. And then the Keebler Company presents DC Comics New Teen Titans. This was the drug abuse issue, the issue to fight drugs. Okay, and then the annual number 1, New Teen Titans annual number 1, the annual that tied into the Blackfire story. Okay, and so great run of Teen Titans comics for 50 cents a piece. And then I have this also, but always good to have these movie characters that movie and TV characters that cross over into comics. First issue of Marvel's RoboCop, Future of Law Enforcement. I don't know, there's just something about that cover I always liked as well. Wasn't real crazy about the movies, but I liked the character. And so there's that. So, let's see, one more bag of 50-cent comics. And let's see, let's just kind of, oh, I guess we'll just pull them all out of here. The only bad thing about great big comic hauls like this is now I have to sort them. I have to sort them and decide what gets kept and what goes to the Pryor Creek Comic-Con in January. Fighting with the box. My apologies. Okay, here we go. Last bunch of 50-cent comics. Maximum Carnage from Maximum Carnage storyline from 1993. Web of Spider-Man number 101. Amazing Spider-Man number 379. And Amazing Spider-Man number 378. All Maximum Carnage. Now, this is Amazing Spider-Man number 296. I don't even remember what the story is in this book, but I always loved the John Byrne cover. That's got to be, of course, obviously a Dr. Octopus nightmare. But I can't wait to read that one and refresh my memory about that. But Amazing Spider-Man 296. Green Lantern 49. Love this book. I love this book when Hal Jordan just loses it, crosses the line, and decimates the Green Lantern Corps. Great book, and I love that cover. I mean, that cover that's not how you want to see Hal Jordan, but that's the way it is. There it is. And so Green Lantern number 49, love that book. Some more Bronze Age, great stuff. Defenders number 42, just filling in some gaps in my Defenders run. Defenders number 42, number 49, number 48. Blood Syndicate number 1. Okay, call me crazy, but first appearances and that kind of thing, I'm just, the way the back issue market is going nuts these days for first appearances, especially when it's in the original bag. I just, because these came bagged with a card in them, trading card in them, stuff like that. So Blood Syndicate number 1, I went ahead and got that, and thought, what the heck, for 50 cents. This was a great book. I loved this book when it was coming out, and I'm glad to have the first appearance, the first issue again. It's not a second print. It is a first print, and it is Mike Kunkel's Hero Bear and the Kid. Love being able to find that again, because that is not an easy book to find out in the wild. Hero Bear and the Kid number 1, and I really love that. Marvel Spotlight, more Bronze Age, well, reprints, but still Bronze Age. Marvel Spotlight number 31, the Nick Fury Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. That's a great cover. Marvel Spotlight number 30, The Warriors 3. I can't wait to break that open and see who does the art. That is a John Buscema cover. Fairly certain. He doesn't have his name on it. But anyway, just can't wait to break that open and see who did the art. I'm betting it's someone great, considering the timeline. Marvel Spotlight number 27 with the Submariner. Actually grabbed 2 copies of that for 50 cents. You can't go wrong. Bronze Age. Marvel Age. I love the Marvel Age books. I like going back and reading the articles. I like looking at, oh yeah, I remember when that was new and this story was being hyped and this comic was coming out. I love that. But so I've got a lot of the early Marvel Ages, but this is Marvel Age number 5. So Marvel Age number 15. Marvel Age number 22 with a wonderful John Romita Sr. Saul Brodsky cover. Saul Brodsky Remembered. I can't wait to read that one. But great work on there by John Romita. And so Marvel Age number 22. Marvel Age number 25. Got Rocket Raccoon there on the cover. I don't know what appearance. I think it's like a 3rd appearance or something. Who cares? Marvel Age number 29. I only care about the early appearances when I have them. The first appearances. All right. Marvel Age number 29. Marvel Age number 30. Another great John Byrne cover. Doctor Doom spoiling the picnic. Getting ready to release the ants. I'm sure there's some kind of super mutated ants. Marvel Age number 54. Another great John Romita cover. And celebrating the wedding. I love that cover. And so anyway, just... Marvel Age number 54, great. Now, for 50 cent run, high grade books, these were great. The Spider-Woman, number 3, very glossy. Some of these we'll get a press. but most of them don't need it. Spider-Woman number 6. Got Werewolf by Night on the cover. Spider-Woman number 7. Number 8. Slightly rolled spine on that one. That one will get a press. Number 9. Whoa. Don't like hearing that. Sometimes there's, when you buy a bunch of old books, something sticky. Okay. Spider-Woman number 9. Number 12. Number 11. Those are out of order. Number 11. Number 13. With the shroud on the cover. Number 14. Number 15. Number 16. Number 17. Great to get those for that kind of price. All right. Alpha Flight number 52. I've been going back and rereading the Alpha Flights even after the burn run, and I know most of it doesn't. Most of it's hard to read. I don't know. I just always found the characters interesting. I found the weird things that were done, with some of the creators after burn interesting. So anyway, and then Alpha Flight number 53. Wolverine popping out of box there. And with these two, I have completed I think I've completed my Man from Atlantis run. Man from Atlantis number 6. Great Ernie Chua covers on a lot of these. Well, he was calling himself Ernie Chan there. Okay. It was either Ernie Chan or Ernie Chua. He used them both. And then number 7. Man from Atlantis number 7. All right. And then more Bronze Age. Well, that was Bronze Age, but more great Bronze Age. Marvel 2-in-1 number 17, The Thing and Spider-Man going up against the Basilisk. That was a 2-part, and it finished up in a Marvel team-up, and I always loved that story. So, Sal Buscema interiors in this mag. I'm sure it probably was in the second part too, but I don't remember for sure. All right. Marvel 2-in-1 number 49. Thing in Doctor Strange. Again, another one I read as a kid. A lot of this is nostalgia. 2 copies of Alpha Flight number 34. Second appearance of Lady Deathstrike, but it doesn't matter. I got it because of the art. The interiors are by Sal Buscema, and loved him. I really liked when John Byrne took over West Coast Avengers back in 1989, and I went ahead and grabbed the first 3 issues, 42, 43, and 44. I just thought he did some cool stuff with the Vision in there and with that team and everything. Now, here was the one that I couldn't believe it for 50 cents, but Silver Surfer number 50, the glossy, silvery foil cover there. So that was a great find. And also a Thor book that I didn't have previously. Also a gimmick cover. Thor number 475 with the silver lightning, foil lightning going on there. Great stuff. 50 cents. Can't beat it. I'm going to keep saying 50 cents. 50 cents. Marvel Super Action number 4. Okay. And then finally, Ghost Rider number 28. First appearance of Lilith. And like I said, a lot of these will be either sold on eBay or be sold in January at Pryor Comic-Con, or Pryor Creek Comic-Con. But anyway, that's my haul. That's a few things I took out of there that were just personal to me, but that's my haul. Black Friday. Always bring home a bunch of comics for Black Friday. Now, I have to sort them and integrate and decide what stays and what goes. But anyway, appreciate you coming by. Thanks for watching 4-Color Commentary. Go ahead and like the video, and if you haven't subscribed, do that. And had 100 subscribers, and then somebody jumped ship, and now we're back to 99. Somebody make it 100 again, would you? All right, but anyway, glad you came by, and hey, we'll see you next video.